We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Off the play fake, Williams. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 36. Completed over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bears first down. Williams on the play action. Escapes out to the left. He tucks it and takes off. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
From the 22 on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Handoff running right, Jacobs. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know why baseball coaches are called managers, Kate? Because they got to manage a lot of situations. And I've realized over time, in talking to them, they love taking a situation, a game moment, and making it a team topic. That play, or that corner right there, I know this is a head football coach, not a head football manager, but he's going to take that play, he's going to illuminate it to his team and show the fear.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. The 30. The 10. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting. Yeah,
first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position, but to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly consider too much. That is until he started that return, baby, and they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
That one splits the uprights, and the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. After the pick, here's Williams. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Chicago first down. Working from the gun, Williams. Complete out to the right. They get 28 out of that play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Now, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That one's complete, right side. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Bears cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. It's a Roma Dudes, a touchdown. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears tie this game 7-7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Prescott opening with a pass. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Javon Dexter escorted him to the ground.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down, here's Dak. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Bears get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They've got a first to begin the fray. Williams from the gun. Has it at the 7. And in for the Chicago touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Dak off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
He's got it deep downfield. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Williams. That finds Jacobs, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Second and 3 now. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down throw by Williams. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. Williams to throw on first. Cut by Jacobs. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Taking a big shot for the end. They connect on the deep shot. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears take a second quarter lead. It's a Roma Dudes, a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set. First and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's Dak. This one's quickly to Jones. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Javon Dexter escorted him to the ground. Nothing for them on second down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
First down, and they go right back to him. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was Montez Sweat who took him down. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. another carry for him. And it's a nice gain, but they needed just one more yard to move the chains. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Cowboys trailing on the scoreboard. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Yeah! There we go! Like it! What do you think?
Dak now from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! What do you think? Where do you think? What do you think?
Now Prescott. Dump off caught by his back. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon.
Man, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
What do you think?
Prescott here from the gun. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
Prescott now on 3rd down. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now. 18, run. 18, run. Go.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Working the sideline, that's Odunze. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
Short pass caught by his tight end. It's a gain of 22. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Track it, 60. 69.
1st down, Williams. Has his man, it's Odunze. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. The Bears decide to call their 1st time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 1st down from the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Let's go.
Another try following the sack. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. Touchdown, Chicago. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears drive their lead to 11. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. First and 10, Prescott. He's on the move. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throwaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go. Everyone, kill.
Throwing again is Dak. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Yeah.
Looking to throw. It's taken in by Lamb. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Kill. Yeah, here we go.
He'll throw it. He connects downfield on 4. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
54, going to 54. Yeah!
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Here we go.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
We're going to 54. Wide in.
And they fake the spike. They're going to throw it.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Yeah, here we go.
From the gun is Prescott. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. No return on that punt. And it's going to be Bears football.
Okay, ready?
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To throw is Williams. It is Cup, left side. There he goes again. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 39. And that's good for a Bears first down. Williams on the play action. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
Vacates quickly left side. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears push their lead further to start the half. It's a Roma Dudes, a touchdown. His third through the air this game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears push their lead to 18. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense in the hurry up here. Dak off the play fake. He rolls to his right. He's keeping it. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
He lets one fly deep downfield. And in for the Dallas touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
3rd and long for him here. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Cut by Jacobs. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm.
And in for the Chicago touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, kill! Yeah!
First down, here's Dak. Launches one deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. There it is, touchdown Dallas! The Cowboys shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Hope you weren't settled in to call a long drive there, partner, because it only took him a matter of seconds to go all 80 yards and hit pay dirt.
Are you kidding me? I love big plays, just like everybody in the building loves big plays, and it took all of them. The guys up front doing their job, and certainly the playmakers to finish it.
And he's going to get in there for 2. The lead shrinks to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now here's Williams. Has the connection to Adunze. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front had to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of... New set of downs for him from the 46. Williams to throw on first. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Steadily keeping him involved in their passing game, Brock, but that throw now didn't work out the way his earlier targets had.
It kind of felt like, you could see that from the booth, this defense was sick and tired of this running back catching the ball. Yeah. A whole lot more active in their coverage, and somebody was ready to finally separate the football when it arrived.
And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. Ball at the 33 for first down. Now a toss. This is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Slot man in motion right. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Buys time, rolling right. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Prescott set to pass. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference.
Here we go. Here we go. Going to 54. Why here? What do you think?
Running it after the penalty. Blast through midfield. Reaches the 30. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. From the red zone now. Has it at the 7. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They'll try and punch it in. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
And he'll get it up to the 44. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Chicago 1st down. Off the play fake, Williams. Makes the grab in bounds left side. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Wow, wide open here, complete. And he's out a yard or two shy of the 15. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Let's go now. Go.
Working inside the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Man in motion out of the slot. Throwing again on 2nd. Williams. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
2nd down, here's Prescott again. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Prescott now on 3rd down. He's on the move. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Yeah! Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why?
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. From the gun is Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. Throwing on 1st is Prescott. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. Play action, Prescott. On the move, headed right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, Kate, it looked to me like this one, he leaves the pocket, and this is where you're out in the schoolyard, out on the playground, and you're looking for your buddy to find that connection. Unfortunately, receiver QB, they could not find the completion that time.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll go down here at the 16. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. Dak throwing again. Forced out to his right. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. Space on the right. He's got room. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. I don't know about you, Brock, but I could almost